Hi. So I'm in the garden, obviously, outside this time, and this is all about my dye plants. Now, I started off these dye plants, some of them, last year. I planted, well, I actually sowed the seeds. These were mainly all grown from seed, apart from some cuttings, which I'll show you. And I can't remember when I sowed them. I think, I don't know, about July last year. I really can't remember. And oh yes, actually it says the 23rd of June on my little label. Yep, little label, goldenrod, 23rd of June. There we go. There we are. That worked. And so they've been in the polytunnel all this time, or they started off. Some of them started off in the greenhouse. You may have seen the one about the blue Hopi corn, and yeah, I've not been very successful with growing the seeds from this spring, but then it's still early, so but these got to be ready by the end of May, well, 23rd of May, I think. And so I've decided that the weather's really quite warm. It's getting too hot in the polytunnel. Some of them are getting mahoosive, like that. This is one from a cutting. And so I thought, well, first of all, I'm going to do is put them outside and see how they go. It might slow them down a bit, but that's fine. And then I'm going to leave them out here. So I might take them in tonight and do that for a couple of days. And then if it's really just as warm as it was last night, it was 6 degrees last night. So I might just well leave them after a few days and leave them out here. And I'll show you where they're sitting at the moment. So the ones I've got are Hypericum perforatum, otherwise known as St John's wort, goldenrod, safflower, which actually are annuals, so they're actually sown from seed this year. They've gone well. The blue Hopi corn, and what's the other one? Elecampagne. It's got Elecampagne or something it's called, really. I really don't know whether it's got another name for that, a more common name. But yes, I think for some strange reason, I've got stuck with doing yellow plants apart from the blue Hopi, which was an addition anyway. So yeah, so let's have a look at them. So I'm going to start off with a St John's wort. I know it as Rose of Sharon, but I think the common name is St John's wort, and otherwise known as Hypericum perforatum. And this one, these are all cuttings I've taken this spring. The bigger ones are all cuttings I took last September, and you can see they're doing really well. So what I've got here is my little clippers, and I'm just going to take them down to about there, and then that'll get it bushing out a bit more at the bottom there. So I'll do that in a minute. So I'm just going to take them down just a little bit to get more bushy and less leggy, because some of them are really gone a bit wild. Then the next one's on here says goldenrod, and again these were grown from seed last June, and they've done incredibly well. They overwintered in the polytunnel. I need to do some weeding, because you can see little weeds in here, and I thought they were dead, and they've finally come up, so that's really great. I'm really pleased with that. Over the back there I have a vast amount of the Elecampagne. Again, they overwintered, and this was quite interesting. I'll show you. Oh, there we got one here. I did see it just now. Here it is. Now you can see this little sort of like, it looks like a turnip, and that's their root. They've got very woody little roots, and that's all I got. And I looked at it and I thought it come about February, March, and I thought, oh, they're dead. In actual fact, they're not. So I'm pleased with that. I've never done them before. And here we go. This is the Safflowers. These are from seed this year. I planted these in February. Sowed the seeds in February in the new greenhouse. They were the first ones to go in there, and they're doing well. Not so many, but I've got some more in the greenhouse as well. And then we've got the with these I find I'm really fascinated by, but we can't grow any because we've got our own sweet corn. So this is the blue Hopi corn. It wasn't such a great germination rate. It was about 65%, 70% really. So I've got a few more coming along, and by the end of May they'll be fine. So just to show you the position, so here we are. They're on the table outside that Steve built about 2 years ago, just as a quick thing. Where do I need to put them? In fact, actually it was 3 years ago when I did the dye plants for the last exhibition. So that's that, and it's worked really well. And then you can see we're right next to the greenhouse, and I've got a few more bits left in there of the dye plants, and I'm hoping to pop them on, and that's it. So here we are in the greenhouse, and this is some more safflower, and as I said, they're ready to pot on already. This is interesting. I'm just going to do little pots of these. This is some more Hypericum, the St John's Wort, which I've actually grown from seed, and it apparently can take up to a year, but it's taken me since 18th of September. So that's when they were sown, and they're only that high. So I'm just going to do small pots of that, and people would have those if they want to. So that's all the dye plants that are in here now, apart from a few extra Hopi blue corn coming up. So hopefully we'll have a few more than that to add into it. So it's been an interesting experiment with the dye plants. I really enjoy having a reason to grow something different that you wouldn't normally grow, and I've really liked it. And this is, as I said, I did it 3 years ago with quite a different set of plants, and here I am doing it again. So yeah, before they go, I'll take another little video of them, and they'll be at Grantchester Village Hall. I think it's the 23rd and 24th of May, but I'll check on that, and I'll probably put the advert here with them. If you're after some dye plants, that's the place to go. We'll be there on the Saturday and the Sunday, and also be selling some oak galls that I've picked from round here. I've got quite a few oak galls as well, and I'm probably putting them on my Etsy shop before, but I don't suppose they'll go there. And I've got a whole load of woad seeds from last year if anybody wants them. So have a look on the Etsy shop, and they should be on there very shortly. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the May, and it's the weekend before the bank holiday weekend. That's the only way I can remember it, and it's at Grantchester near Cambridge, and the Saturday and the Sunday from 10 o'clock, I think. And see you then. Okay, thanks for now. Bye.